So our second topic is the retail market. So retail commercial. I don't think this is big news to anyone unless you've been living underneath a rock, but you've noticed a lot of retail stores basically disappearing little by little. A lot of smaller boutique losing out, but also big stores. I mean, look at what we are seeing with you have Kmart, you have Sears, you have Payless, you have all these different big stores that have been around for many years that are completely disappearing or cutting back a lot of their business and eliminating a lot of their retail. And one of the big issues that's causing it is the fact that most people are going to online retailers.
And again, to preface things, the topic was, or what was that a lot of these retail box stores are going out of business because the prices of real estate are becoming so high. But as we were bringing out, I don't think it's necessarily just a function of that as much as it is that online sales like Amazon are really taking away from retailers, especially the big box stores, because it's so convenient to buy things online through Amazon, Alibaba, or things of that nature. And again, we were discussing this yesterday. It really depends on the specific type of retail, because there are specific types of retail that are still booming.
Yeah. And you actually see this with different development companies that specialize in buying malls. I mean, we look at malls across America and you just see malls just empty, deserted, with nothing going on. It's because historically malls have always survived off of retail, but now you have companies, development companies, buying malls and converting them more into experiences.
In fact, just to kind of segue off, you said a couple of years ago, about 10 years ago, one of my clients, kind of Barry Cromartie, who was the planner at city planner in Emeryville, this was a phenomenon they had brought out. Actually, it was more than 10 years ago, 15 years ago. And the phenomenon is that these big malls, these mega malls where you go in and you're buying retail, the experience was going away, and they were mainly becoming more of these boutique, open air, walkable malls where you can walk through, stroll, get coffee, get different types of pastries, because it was that type of experience that you would only be able to get from going outside. If you're just going to buy stuff, clothes, shoes even, or more importantly, like electronics, you could do that online so much more efficiently. In fact, video games, for example, you could just download them nowadays as opposed to going and buying the discs. And so you'll see a lot of those types of electronic stores slowly beginning to disappear.
Well, speaking of video games, Google has their brand new system that they're launching.
Really? Oh, yeah, I didn't even hear about that.
It's a membership program. It's like $15 a month, and you have access to older games licensed. And there's no disc. You can play on any mobile device, no matter how.
Well, I think the whole Netflix model has really shown and paved the way for a lot of different people, because it's such an innocuous monthly feed, whether it's $8 a month, $9 a month, $10 a month, or $15 a month, and people just leave it on. And when the entrepreneur who's doing that, like a Google or now Disney, they're going to have a streaming service here really soon.
Yep.
When they have such a huge subscribership, you just have this base income every month that just
it's a lot of cash flow.
A lot of things, right?
Yeah, it's a lot of cash flow. You have
this whole proliferation of new TV shows because all of these streaming services just want content.
Now, going back to the mall experience and feeling outdoors, that's one of the things at Hilltop Mall. So if you're not familiar with Hilltop Mall in Richmond, that's a dead mall, and so many people have been, like local people living in and around Richmond, they go to Emeryville, which is about a 25 minute drive. They go to Concord, about the same distance. Or Walnut Creek to go shopping. They don't go to Hilltop.
Open air, walkable boutique environment.
So the new company that basically bought Hilltop Mall maybe a few years ago, they've been working on a remodel, but their whole idea, the concept on this remodel is essentially to make an open feeling type through this mall where you can walk through. They have vegetation throughout the interior.
In fact, I met with the owners of the Hilltop Mall in person, and as well as that one meeting that we went to together. And again, the vision that they're trying to do is create a big experience. In fact, one of the things they even wanted to do was potentially put a hospital close by and make it a destination spot so that, for example, you can go there and do grocery store shopping as well as buying, Victoria's Secrets. which is one of the retailers they were trying to shoot for. Again, that's aside from the fact that I don't think they're doing so well right now, because I guess you could buy that stuff online. But the main thing they were going for was the walkable experience, restaurants, coffee shops, and things that you would go to every week, like grocery stores, as opposed to like one-time purchases for shoes and things of that nature.